Good morning, Romeo. Good morning, Casanova. Good morning, Casanova. Good morning, Romeo. Today, Daddy's in a better mood, as you can tell. So, mwah, 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 and mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, today, I don't know. I just woke up feeling kind of good, even though um, the name of this one fits what happened, and some of you two life lessons today. um, Yesterday was not as productive as day I hoped, but then it ended pretty good. It's kind of weird how it worked out, but that's how great the Lord is and how good. If you have faith that things are gonna turn out right, believe it or not, they'll turn out right. Might not be on your time, but usually God has some amazing timing. Anyways, the reason this is called dealing with flat tires with a S. Daddy's not illiterate. Daddy knows how to spell, but I love wordplay. Um, and so it's two things dealing with flat tires and also dealing with when you're flat tired, as in about to pass out. These are hopefully the lessons that will help you, or words of pearls of wisdom, I guess you can say. Um, Daddy doesn't know how to do anything with a car, honestly. I really put gas in it and drive it for the most part. Um, it's kind of sad because I'm from the generation where I should have learned that stuff, but I didn't have a father in my life, and my mom did not drive. Like I said, my dad was sporadic at best, once every couple months, sometimes a couple years before I saw him. And he wasn't coming by to help me change no tires, trust me. Um, so I never learned how to even change a tire. I know how, but I didn't learn from my dad. I didn't learn until I was in almost 30 years old before I even had the opportunity to change one. Didn't even get my license till I was 27 because of all this. But anyways, boys, try to learn a little bit about cars, the basics, Learn that early so it's second nature to you. Flat tire. I know how to change my own oil for the most part. I know how to add it. I don't know how to drain it, but learn how to change your own oil, change your own tires. You learn how to change your own brakes. Oh, you'll save a lot of money. Tires, you don't save as much. Yesterday we actually had a blowout. Um, and well, I don't know if blowout's the right word. It was flat. We went to a location, came back, and it was low. And by the time we got it to the Walmart, it was flat. So I don't think that's a blowout technically, but it was sudden within like 2 minutes. Next thing I know, I got a flat tire. But I wasn't driving when it started. Well, I probably was driving when it started to go low actually, but it wasn't a blowout. Anyways, I think that the time and labor that Walmart charged, it actually saved me time because and labor obviously because it was minimal. I mean, $10, $15 a tire or something like that. So yeah, if I learned how to do it myself, I would save about $20. But I mean, unless I'm good at it, that's why I say you guys need to learn early. Unless I was real good at it, um, I would probably spend a couple hours trying to fix, change two tires, and then it would have been a pain. I had to pump them up, all the air. It was just, yeah, it would have been not worth saving the money unless I knew how to do it efficiently. And I was in and out of there in 2 or 3 hours versus me trying to do it for 2 or 3 hours of frustration and elbow grease. But it was a setback because we made promises to pay rent people a certain amount by that day, by yesterday, and we were unable to fulfill that because we didn't expect to have a flat tire, let alone two tires replaced because they said the other one was, as bald as Captain Picard's head. Hopefully you'll get that reference because Captain Picard, he's forever. Um, but yeah, it was pretty bad, and I was kind of bummed because those 3 hours. Yesterday I was actually doing driving around doing food delivery, and so I lost. Not only did I lose, money for paying for the tires on service, I lost money because I couldn't work during that time period, and I thought it was going to be just all the way around miserable day, and it turns out that I actually made only like $2 less than I normally do in a day, minus those 3 hours. And yeah, it was just it's just ironic that how that worked out. I mean, I lost those hours, but the Lord allowed me to make almost the exact same amount of money I make any given day. Still didn't have enough to pay the amount of rent I was supposed to pay, but hopefully they'll work with us. They have been since all this unexpectedness happened. Um, they've been pretty good about it. So I have to say, shout out to the people at OmniKey. If you're ever looking for a place, they worked with us getting in here when we didn't have the best credit. Um, they asked for a little bit more deposit because we didn't have good credit, but uh, they're good people. Companies tend to stay around for a long time, so I don't think you boys will ever be able to benefit from OmniKey, but who knows? I mean, um, I never thought Google would be what it is today. Amazon what it is today. So I doubt they're gonna be big like that. Obviously, it's just a property management, but that's why those things say places say established in 1963. 'Cause sometimes places stick around for a long time, but they've been good to us. So yeah, learn how to work on cars. I don't care how minor it is. Changing your own windshield wipers. Learn the basics of at least one of you two, because that way you can, if the cast you learn and Romeo doesn't, then you can pick on him, and tease him for not being able to fix cars, and vice versa. Um, but that's yeah. So learn how to do the basics at minimum. If you learn how to like rebuild engines or something, that'd be awesome. I know I'd be impressed. I wouldn't know what you're talking about, but I mean, if a brain surgeon told me how he cut someone's head, I wouldn't understand that either. So, but I do know how to build rockets. I'm joking. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I'm a rock scientist. I know a little bit about rocks, but not much either. Not really a scientist. Okay. Anyways, the tired part. This is a big important lesson for you two boys. So please pay attention to this. When I was a little kid, probably the age of when you first start watching these videos, I used to believe I could stay up all night long, no matter what day of the week it was. It didn't matter. I mean, and my mom, being this lady she was trying to be independent. She was, she's partially disabled, and I didn't realize as a kid. I didn't know what disabled meant. But I would always ask to stay up past my bedtime. My bedtime was until a certain age was I think it was around 8 or 9, most of my life until I hit probably middle school. And back in the day, I don't think they do it anymore. I don't think kids watch TV, actual network TV at night usually. But they used to always have like the movie of the week that would come on NBC, I believe it was, and it would come on at 8 and go off at 10. So now you see the problem with that. If I was supposed to be in bed at 9, the movie don't go off till 10. I miss half the movie, and right in the middle is where the climax happens. So it started to get all good and everything, and I'm supposed to go to bed. So at least more than a dozen times probably, I would beg my mom, I can stay up, please, please let me watch TV. And, no, boy, every time you go out there, you fall asleep, and I gotta carry your ass in the room. Like, no, no, I can do it this, I can do it. Please, mom, please. I beg, 'cause I'm a big boy now. I'm not 7 no more. I'm 8. And I would argue and argue and argue, and she was nice enough to let me win probably about 70 to 80% of those arguments. And the funny thing though is, I would say, I win those about 70-80% of those arguments, but I would say roughly 95% of those times I would fall asleep before 10. Because I don't remember walking in my room one single time, but I would wake up in the morning ready for school in my room. And it became so second nature that I didn't even notice sometimes that I missed the movie. I just wake up like, time to go to school. I get dressed at about 10 o'clock, second class, third class. They're like, wait, how did that movie end? Because I was so flat tired that I was out. I didn't even know I had fell asleep. It was so tired, my brain forgot all about the movie. So I guess my special message I say is very important is um, don't do that to your parents. I mean, if you're tired, you're tired. Admit it. It's nice to try to push yourself. Like I say, always learn your limits. Try to push yourself past your limits. But bedtime isn't one of those limits you want to push. You need your rest. You guys are going to be, active, hopefully, doing sports and stuff. You need your rest because the one thing you'll learn as you get older especially driving and stuff. Not having rests, falling asleep behind the wheel, so that's horrible. That's bad. Falling asleep in class, that's bad. That's not a good look, you know. Being on a sports team and you're too exhausted to finish a play or something, that's again not good. So make sure you get your rest. Don't fake the funk. Don't say you're tired when you are tired. Let people know if you're tired. People will understand. Trust me. The older you get, the more you understand. So the person you're probably asking permission to can you stay up, I'm pretty sure they're older than you and they understand, you know. And like I said, my mom was nice enough to let me keep trying, let me learn on my own, and like I said, it's fun. It's funny. It's fond memories. I look back and laugh at it, but I'm sure she wasn't laughing as she tried to drag me in the room every single night, you know. And I was a small little skinny boy, so I'm pretty sure it wasn't super difficult. But right now, Romeo, you're a tank. You're like half my height, and you're not even three yet. You know, so and cats, you're probably gonna follow the exact same pattern. So you know, you guys are not easy to move around now. Okay, so you're not asking to stay up late. Well, you are, you know, to some degree. That's why I'm making the videos, so you guys can probably sleep. Um, and on the last note, made my I think fourth video as of now. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's about primary colors. Um, I'm gonna try to do, like I say, every. I was only wanted to do one a week, honestly, at first, but they're fun. Like I said, I'm learning more stuff about myself and about how to use the program. So it's getting very interesting, and I don't mind doing them every couple of days. I think I've done on average one every 3 days now since I first started, um, and it's it's bringing out um, a side of me that I need right now, a fun side. You know, so it's therapeutic at the same time as I'm getting to help you guys, hopefully. So, anyways, I love you boys. God, I can't wait till you guys are old enough and you're watching these and you're remembering Daddy. You know, well, hold on. Hopefully, not remembering because Daddy's still alive. Simply, you're looking back at and laughing how silly Daddy was and enjoying the little life lessons and stuff like that. So, I love you boys. I'm gonna go have breakfast and then start the day like usual and grind and do what I can to try to assure that you guys are back in my life soon. All right. Love you guys.